Starting on October 1st, 2023, the Japan Rail Pass prices are going up by a lot. If you're making a trip out to Japan this year and thinking about the JR Pass, get it at the current price while you can. Even if your trip's after the price increase on October 1st, as long as you redeem the pass by December 28th, you're good to go. Now let me go buy a pass real quick. Alright, so I'm headed back to Japan, and I was really looking forward to using the JR Pass again, but with this price increase, it's really got me thinking. Now if you don't know what a JR Pass is, it's basically an unlimited pass that you can use on all the JR owned lines, ferries, buses, all over Japan. It's nice because you don't have to worry about making sure you have money on your Metro card, you don't have to worry about buying individual tickets for each place you're visiting. Now for example, on my last trip to Japan, on one pass, I was able to take the Narita Express train from Narita Airport into Tokyo, spent a few days in Tokyo, and then from Tokyo I went all the way to Hiroshima, and then from Hiroshima I took the ferry a few times to visit Miyajima, and then from Hiroshima I went to Osaka. From Osaka I did a day trip to Kobe, back to Osaka, and then from Osaka I went to Kyoto, and then while I was in Kyoto I was able to visit Uji, Nara, and then went back to Osaka, and then back to Kyoto. After that area, I went to Nagano, and then from Nagano, I went to Nagoya, and I think that trip was like 3 hours each way, and I did that all in one day. And then from Nagano, I went back to Tokyo, spent a few days there, took the Narita Express back to the airport, and then flew back from there. And I did all that in one JR Pass, and that's not including all the local trips I did on the local trains and buses. I get all that right? Alright, so what are the current and upcoming prices for the JR Pass? Well, here's a chart. Here you see the current and new price for the 7, 14, and 21 day passes for the ordinary car and the green car. And as you can see, they jump from 65% to 77% depending on which pass you get. And here are the differences between the ordinary and the green car. With both you get unlimited rides on the JR lines around the whole country, free seat reservations, and honestly that's all most travelers really need to get around Japan. But if you want to splurge that a little bit, the green car also includes reclining seats, less crowded train carriages, you can access both green and ordinary cars. Some trains actually don't even have a green car, so you can use either of the green car or ordinary car with the green pass. Get more luggage space, I won't butcher this, but on the green car, you're greeted with an Oshibori wet towel. I've used the JR Pass 2 times, and both times I got the green pass. I'm not in Japan very often, and I wanted to splurge a little bit. It costs more, obviously, but at the old price it wasn't too bad of a difference, so I wanted to splurge. If you're still a little bit confused about the difference, just think of the green car as like premium economy on airlines. They both get you where you need to go. You get a little bit more with premium economy, but I don't know, it's the same thing, honestly. And unless you're doing like a long train ride across the country like I did from Tokyo to Hiroshima, I had to take 2 trains to get there, and I think each train ride was around 3 to 4 hours, so was it worth it for the green pass? Honestly, not really. But I don't regret the upgrade though, like it was still nice. Now let's look at the price difference of a popular 7-day itinerary. Here's the cost of everything if it was purchased individually. $45 for the Narita Express to and from the airport. $214 round trip from Tokyo to Osaka. $52 for a round trip from Osaka to Kyoto. Roughly $11 for transportation around Tokyo. And roughly $9 for transportation around Osaka. So you can see you're saving around $42 compared to the new JR Rail Pass price. So I asked a few buddies who actually used the JR Pass what they thought about the new price increase. My buddy Nick, who was just there a few months ago, said it was worth it for the 2 weeks we were there because we could bounce around wherever we wanted, but that increase is wild. And instead of the JR Pass, he said he would structure a trip more around one city and buy individual passes instead. My buddy Philip, who I actually traveled to Japan with a few years ago, he said it was worth the cost for sure, especially since it included the bus travel as well. Considering we traveled literally across Japan, we actually paid more for it than the current price. We actually did pay for it more back then than the current price, but not the new price. I want to say it was around $30 or $40 more back then than the current price. He went on to say, but that new price, I'm not so sure about. Yeah, that's pretty much what everyone's been saying. But he did say if it is a bit less, that easily just having one pass was kind of worth it, which I agree too, not having to worry about so many individual passes. If I'm paying a little bit more, it might still be worth it to me. Then I asked my other buddy Osi, who was actually there in Japan with me and Philip, and he said it was worth it when I was out there for 3 weeks, but at these new prices, nah, I'd rather walk. Well, I'm not walking, but I see what he's saying though. Then I asked my other buddy Steven, who I actually visited Japan with, but only to Tokyo, what he thought about the prices. And here he said, I would consider the 7-day current price in an ordinary car at the $221, but I wouldn't consider any of the other options, especially given that second table. Yeah, that second table with the price increase, it's pretty ridiculous. Then I asked my friend Krista, who was actually in Japan more recently than anyone else I know, what she thought about the JR Pass, and she said she didn't use it because it was too complicated for her, so never mind. Now I know I've been sounding all negative about this price increase because honestly, it sucks. Like, it's a price increase. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't consider the JR Pass still, especially if you know you're going to take advantage of it. Because getting to explore Japan on one pass and not having to worry about transportation the whole trip is so worth it. So much less stress. Oh my god, it's great. Just wish the prices weren't increasing. Sucks. Now this video isn't sponsored and I'm not being paid by anyone to make this video, but I did partner up with Klook to give you a discount on your next trip. Just use the promo code ROMITRALPH 5 off to save on any purchases you make on the app or the website. On Klook you can buy the whole JR Pass, the regional JR Passes, or the single journey Shinkansen tickets, which is a Klook exclusive. Klook exclusive. Man, that got me. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions and 日本語を勉強します。またね。